This is the PWTorch Live Center here on Sunday, August 4th, 2013. Our first edition of the Live Center here on the official PWTorch YouTube channel, youtube.com/PWTorch. This is Torch Assistant Editor James Caldwell, joined by Torch columnist Sean Radican for a very timely discussion of some Ring of Honor topics. A big show on July 27th, last Saturday in Providence, that Sean, you attended, as well as last night's Toronto show, with some major developments at that show. Sean, we'll start with your live experience at Providence. They start off with the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Title Tournament. There was also a tag title change. A pretty big show last Saturday. Talk a little bit about your live experience and what you took away from that first show.
Yeah, they Ring of Honors, with now that they're no longer doing pay-per-views, they've changed their philosophy where they're going to be putting more of a focus on putting not more, but better matches on TV than they were in the past. So I think we're going to see a lot of good matches on TV that weren't being featured before, and that was showcased at the TV tapings I went to. The first two episodes were very strong with the tag title switch, Red Dragon and Forever Hooligan in the main event at the show that's airing this weekend. And the next weekend there was there's a six-man tag with the American Wolves and BJ Whitmer against Michael Elgin, Tommaso Ciampa, and Kevin Steen that I thought was excellent live. I'm really looking forward to watching that one back. And the weeks 3 and 4, the title tournament starts, and all those matches were pretty good. And it was a treat to see, the people from New Japan, like Rocky Romero and Alex Kozlov and Carl Anderson, who I think Carl Anderson went right back to Japan after. And it was a good show. It was a long night though, but the fans were really hot. So I think the next 4 weeks are going to be strong. And it seemed that the tag title match that aired in my market last night, I thought came off really well. It was a really strong 15 to 20 minute TV match.
And then last night in Toronto, Sean, they switched the tag titles to the American Wolves. So it went, a very, very much a hot potato situation here. Before we get into the ROH title tournament and also the BJ Whitmer news from last night, what's your take on them switching the titles from Red Dragon to the Hooligans and now to the American Wolves last night?
I know they're trying to showcase how strong their tag division is, so I think we might see a couple title switches with, Forever Hooligans weren't available for long, so I think maybe the idea was to do something special for TV, and then, you got the rematch between Red Dragon and American Wolves probably coming up in New York maybe for the tag titles, I'm guessing. So I think you're going to see a case where they're just trying to showcase really good tag team wrestling and bring in different teams like the Young Bucks and Forever Hooligans. So I think it's a case where might see some title switches, but I'm hoping maybe they'd settle into a feud between the Wolves and Red Dragon for a couple months with Red Dragon chasing the titles. So, the American Wolves contracts expired as of August 1st with Ring of Honor, and I'm hoping the Ring of Honor was smart enough to have them sign some kind of short-term deal until, the Wolves. There's been a lot of rumors about Richards and Edwards possibly signing, with a major company, WWE or TNA. So, hopefully they signed a short-term contract. I know they have, commitments up through September right now. So it'll be interesting to keep an eye on that situation.
Probably the biggest story from last night was the BJ Whitmer injury. He took a pile driver on the ring apron. Mike Bennett delivered the pile driver. What's the latest you've heard about BJ Whitmer and his injury situation?
It seems like reports that I've seen, wrestlers have been reporting that visiting the hospital. I guess they don't know the extent of the injuries yet, but he regained feelings in his extremities, and they just, I guess he's going to be in the hospital till tomorrow, and I haven't heard if they've found out exactly the extent of his injuries, but the good news is that it looks like he's going to be okay.
Yeah, it was certainly scary. I saw a picture that Arda Ocal, TV wrestling reporter and host, tweeted showing the impact on the ring apron, and that looked frightening. Just to see that pile driver. So certainly hope that he's okay. And beyond the injury to the ROH title tournament, Sean, that winner was supposed to advance to the, I believe the quarterfinals. Now there's sort of an interesting situation on the top half of the bracket. The bottom half is filling out nicely. What's your assessment of the title tournament as it stands right now after the first round is complete and then one match in the quarterfinals is also complete?
No big surprises so far from what I've seen. Adam Cole is through to the semifinals, I believe, and it from the live reports, it sounded like the crowd was flat at times for the tournament matches they filmed last night, with the exception of Elgin and Paul London, which was said to have been very good. Michael Elgin has been excellent on the independent scene this year, and he's I think he's the best wrestler on the independent scene right now. His promos are improving. He had a good promo on ROH television last night to plug the six-man for next week. And it looked like some of the other matches weren't given a lot of time. I saw, I think it was Steen and Brian Kendrick got eight minutes maybe. So, it seems like some of the matches, might be shorter than others, but the ones I saw were all given a decent amount of time. Jay Lethal Sanjay Dutt, which will main event week 3 of ROH TV, was very good. Carl Anderson versus ACH was very good, and Cole and Mark Briscoe was also very good and went good ways towards furthering Cole's slow heel turn. Probably solidified it actually with the finish, with him delivering the J Driller on Mark to beat him after targeting his injured head, with Mark coming back from a concussion. So it looks like it's holding to form. It'll be interesting to see what they do with the match that got thrown out between Whitmer and Bennett. But all these matches are going to be aired on TV. ROH, I had found that out this week, but ROH also announced it with a Kevin Kelly announcement that fans will see the entire title tournament play out on television. So that there's probably going to be that will probably cause a delay for the All-Star Extravaganza 5 going up as a VOD. Because they did have a few non-tournament matches that were supposedly very good last night, including the main event title switch. So you might, if you're looking forward to watching All-Star Extravaganza, if you're planning on getting the VOD, there might be a little delay, and a ton of matches from that show and are going to be actually airing on TV.
Very good, Sean. Well, thank you for joining me on the first edition of the PWTorch Live Update. We'll be doing more of these features in the weeks and months to come with some Ring of Honor and also Dragon Gate USA and the other top independents. When they're in the news, we'll kind of hit on the high points and do a video update. So, Sean, thanks for joining me on the first episode.